Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to today's Naval Aviation Hall of Honor Enshrinement Ceremony. My name is Sterling Gillum and I am honored to be the fourth director of this wonderful institution. Much more than a museum, this hallowed place represents the touchstone for the legacy generated over the rich 105-year history of naval aviation. In addition to memorializing the wonderful flying machines and famous aircraft carriers during naval aviation's century-long existence, we are proud to be the custodian for the Naval Aviation Hall of Honor. Established in 1979 to recognize civilians or uniformed individuals who demonstrated sustained superior performance in or for naval aviation, be it superior contributions in technical or tactical development of naval aviation, or a unique or superior flight achievement in combat or non-combat operations. Many of these inductees met more than one or even all of these criteria. The first group of 12 individuals who were inducted into the Hall of Honor in 1981 on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the United States Naval Aviation. The Hall includes 12 Medal of Honor recipients, including enlisted gunner Guy Robinson and one of our first enlisted pilots, Floyd Bennett. It honors two chairmen of the Joint Chiefs, the Navy's first fighter race, the leading fighter race of both the Navy and the Marine Corps, the first American in space, the first American to orbit the Earth, the first man to walk on the moon, and the last man to walk on the moon. Commanders of the great armadas in naval history from World War II to Desert Storm are enshrined. Names such as Halsey, Mitcher, King, and Arthur. There are warriors enshrined who demonstrated honor and courage under the most austere and demanding of circumstances. Men like Jim Stockdale and William P. Lawrence. Founders of aircraft manufacturers whose names are synonymous with the legendary flying machines in naval aviation history are enshrined. Names such as Grumman, Sikorsky, Curtiss. The first man to land an airplane on a ship, civilian pilot Eugene Ely, and the first person to land on an aircraft carrier, Godfrey Chevalier, are enshrined. Put together, these enshrinees capture the great spirit of naval aviation that make our vocation unique. Today's enshrinees are pioneers in their own right and join an elite group of naval aviators that are so emblematic of our Navy's core values of honor, courage, and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so honored that you're able to join us for this ceremony today. Adjutant, please proceed.
For enshrinement in the Naval Aviation Hall of Honor, the Honorable Frederick Truby Davison.
Representing Mr. Davison are members of his family, including his grandsons Harry and Mike Davison. Mike is also the grandson of Rear Admiral David Ingalls, the Navy's first ace and 1986 Hall of Honor enshrinee. Please stand and be recognized. Exhibiting a patriotic spirit and devotion to country, Mr. Davison served on the Western Front in the American Ambulance Field Service before almost single-handedly organizing an aviation unit from the ranks of his Yale University classmates. Securing support at the highest levels of the Navy, he procured an aircraft and initiated a training program demonstrating inspirational leadership of the first Yale unit. Its members form the foundation of the Naval Reserve Flying Corps, holding positions of leadership and performing feats of valor in overseas service during the Great War. He continued service to the nation as Assistant Secretary of the War for Air with the Central Intelligence Agency. Recognized as the father of Naval Air Reserve, the Honorable Frederick Truby Davison.
For enshrinement in the Naval Aviation Hall of Honor, Colonel Bernard Smith, United States Marine Corps.
Representing Colonel Smith is Mr. Donald Brammer, a family friend of Colonel Smith. Please stand and be recognized. A pioneer Marine Corps aviator, Colonel Smith contributed significantly to the technological and tactical evolution of naval aviation during its formative years. With aircraft manufacturer Glenn Curtiss, he developed the A-2 Owl, over-water land, helping design and construct a fuselage and retractable landing gear for the Navy's first amphibian flying boat. Colonel Smith led the first Marine aviation unit deployed to support an overseas advanced base, formulating principles that guided future employment of the expeditionary element of marine aviation. He subsequently supervised maintenance and material preparation for the NC flying boats and the Navy's first successful transatlantic flight in May 1919. An aviator of exceptional skill and vision whose legacy endures a century after he first took flight, Colonel Bernard Smith.
For enshrinement in the Naval Aviation Hall of Honor, Mr. James McDonnell.
Representing Mr. McDonnell are representatives from the Boeing Company. Please stand to be recognized. Combining cockpit experience and engineering acumen, James McDonnell founded McDonnell Aircraft Corporation on the eve of a revolution in military aviation. Under his leadership, the company introduced jet aircraft into naval aviation with design and development of the XFD-1 Phantom, the first jet aircraft to operate from a carrier. Subsequently, McDonnell Aircraft Corporation produced the F-2H Banshee, the Navy's first all-weather jet aircraft, the F-3H Demon, and the F-4H Phantom, one of the most iconic and successful aircraft ever built. He continued his success after merging with Douglas Aircraft Company in 1967, producing the AV-8 Harrier, the T-45 Goshawk, and the FA-18 Hornet for the Naval Aviation Arsenal. A giant of the airspace industry whose designs shaped the course of post-war naval aviation, Mr. James McDonnell.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a large round of applause for all of today's enshrinees? This concludes this ceremony. We so thank you for attending, and we hope that you will enjoy the rest of the symposium. Thank you very much.